Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Jim Zub, the writer of Rick and Morty versus Cthulhu, and this is the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Don't let him fool you. He writes a bunch of Marvel, too. All right, kids. Finally, we get to the final part of Avengers The Crossing on Marvel Tales. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the real Justin, not a space phantom.
Right. Justin the Owl, stepping through the cryogenic capsule, busting free, and ready to finish the crapping.
Yes, on the screen, you have the real Susie Endo. I was about to say, listen to the last episode, kids. Do you have the ass to pull it off?
I like to think so. Maybe it might not be as shapely as Cybermancer's, but I think I could still bounce a few bullets off it.
That's some 90s plastic surgery on her, man.
Yeah.
You know, Susie Endo or Kim Kardashian, if you will.
This is before the sex tape.
Oh, yeah.
She was just an intern working for Stark back then.
Good thing he didn't smoke cigars, kids. Oh my God! Will and I were talking about that on Salty and Penny the one day. We're like these kids who were born afterwards don't know how wild the '90s were.
Oh man, it was wild. Talking about that stain on the dress, like man,
the Clinton and Monica Lewinsky stuff, the OJ trial.
It was a soap opera every week.
And I don't know about you, but man, in the summers, man, as a kid, man, I just like left the house in the morning. It's like, yeah, I'll see you at like 11 o'clock tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
You gonna eat anything? I'll eat at somebody else's house.
Yeah, I'll eat something. Yeah.
It's like one of those memes where it's just like, I think it was like a millennial or something. It's like, I ain't messing with those people who grew up in the 90s, man. They survived all summer on like hose water and like never went home and
hose water and hot dogs.
And that's bugs. The other thing Lilith and I are like bond on because we were both like single, only children, latchkey kids. Or just like,
yeah, me too. Yeah,
really?
Totally. Oh, yeah, I'm an only child too. I totally had the run of the house in the summer.
Oh, remember that? You just get up, no one's home. It's like, do what I want.
I loved it. Loved it.
All right, kids. So I know we're kind of trying not to do the crossing, but again, it's the last part. Let's finish this up.
Yes. We're on the home stretch, Phil.
All right. So once again, like last time, we're going to start with War Machine.
Interesting how they tried to cram a lot of War Machine issues into this crossover. Did you notice that?
Yeah. And again, it wasn't like from the beginning. It was kind of like in the middle there. It was like, yeah, let's get some War Machine in there.
Yeah.
Here, you guys pushing some issues, selling some units? Yeah. We can do some of that. Yeah. All right. So I wonder, again, I was on again, off again with War Machine at this point. I wonder if like what the response was from the readers for that costume. Did they love the new armor or?
Yeah, I didn't read any of the letters that came in on these issues, but I should go back and read some because I'm interested to see what the reaction was on that alien war mech costume, if people liked it or not.
All right, so yeah, War Machine 23. Again, a lot of this, some of the art is like hit or miss for me here. So, do we have more than one penciler? Oh yeah, Yancey Labatt and Fred Haynes pencils. So
2 pencilers again. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because Rhodey's up there to take out that StarCorps satellite. Like the first page, I don't know, with him, like I guess the sun behind him. I don't really. The second page isn't too bad at that arm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that second page. That looks cool. Like you said, it depends on the artist. Like
Yeah.
you said in the last episode, it depends on the artist. Some of them do a really good version of that. I think it depends on if they draw that face or not
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Or the mouth and stuff.
The
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they leave the face and the mouth out of it, I think that look actually works to a certain degree.
And especially it goes horribly wrong if that mouth gets like too big.
Yeah, it's just I don't the minute that they have the mouth and the teeth on there, it looks so stupid. I don't like it.
Yeah. And again, I just will worry, maybe even subconsciously saying, oh, well let's, let's kind of subtly, rip on Venom here. Basically,
Mm,
let's try to live off the Venom popularity here,
right. Let's latch off of it because there's a lot of black, like the Venom symbiote. There's a lot of black in this outfit.
and just you see the mouth, it
Uh,
reminds me of Venom. Yeah,
yeah, you just see the teeth against that black. Yeah, it reminds you. Yeah, it does definitely remind of Venom, but with extra armor.
so oh yeah, he's trying to take out this satellite, and then we get this other.
Sky.
Yeah, but also the villain, I guess, who's wearing. Is this another version of that armor too?
Yeah, this is another
Yeah.
character who has that war wear, but this is somebody in the service of Kang, apparently, who
It,
this is their first and only appearance, I think.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, because it's technically a part of the crossover, but barely.
Mm,
Because
yeah.
it's basically just Rhodey trying to take down Tony Stark's satellite.
hmm But then all of a sudden, Kang sends in Dirge, this new character, this new villain who has his own warwear suit.
Another new villain. Again, it's like just like that, just like the beginning of last episode. It's like all of a sudden we're getting these original Kang villains we've never seen before or since.
Yeah. Like in the last one, it was Death Hunt, and now it's Dirge. And before we had like Newt, like the
Mm.
Newt and the other two kids, Tobias and whatever his name was, the twins there. Yeah, yeah. They're trying to dump a bunch of new Kang villains in on this storyline. Apparently.
Yeah, and I think so. Again, it's just like that whole thing, and then at the end, like Rhodey takes down that satellite and everything, and
hmm
again, the last page is just stuff from his regular story, but it's so weird. Again, believe this is the last we see of Rhodey in this. We're not going to see him for the rest of the crossover.
Right. Which you
Which,
would have thought he should have been involved for the whole thing.
yeah, because he seemed very invested, and now all of a sudden, as far as he knows, and it hasn't come to pass. I mean, Tony Stark is still on the loose out there,
Right.
but all of a sudden, Rhodey's just like decides,
Mm.
oh, I don't need to show back up.
Yeah, and you would have thought, I mean, not to spoil anything, but the major big thing that happens at the end of this, like you would have thought that they would have wanted to have Rhodey there to at least bear witness to that.
Yeah, true. And again, that's the other thing. If we're not gonna have Rhodey if you're gonna have Rhodey abandon the crossover, at least have like one of his supporting cast saying, "Hey, there's an emergency. We need you here."
Yeah.
So it's basically he has to choose where it's like, do I keep going after Tony Stark, or help my friends? But it's like,
Mhm.
well, okay, all the other Avengers and Force Works are gonna take down Tony Stark. I guess I have to trust them to do this because my friend
Yeah.
needs me or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that would have made sense, yeah.
But now it's just, oh yeah, blip satellite. Yeah.
Yeah. And this whole thing with the two artists, I think that's been also a detriment to this crossover is having the multiple artists that is very inconsistent. Each issue, the art is very inconsistent.
Oh yeah. All right, so if you really want this thing to go off the rails, kids, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Avengers 394 is next. Oh, that reminds me. You know what else I got last weekend? I still got to put it together. I got a Lego Mjolnir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
How
a
many
big one.
pieces is it?
Oh God, I think it's like, is it 900 some or
Oh
something?
my god.
But yeah, so I'll have to take a picture when it's done. But yeah,
Yes,
my, wa-
definitely.
my wife and son bought it for me. So yeah, I got to put it together.
Yeah, and you gotta have that after it's complete, you gotta have that in the background there
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
I got to find a place back there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that smart ass Will. He's like,
Uh,
"You're gonna be worthy of that." I'm like, "I guess we have to build it in the spot I wanted, huh?"
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I have to find a way to get it somewhere close to that Iron Man helmet, and I have like a cap shield or two, not the good ones, but I'll have to
Yeah,
to
find
find
some
them.
way to get them all together.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
make that damn mansion. All right. Oh man, like trying to find Avengers 394 here. Stupid app
This issue may be my least favorite of the whole bunch.
of this week or in
Just
general.
the whole crossing thing.
Oh
Just,
my.
oh, good God.
Yeah, because well, as we see from that cover, hold on, I'm pulling it up
Hmm.
in here, but we see the new Wasp on the cover, kind of giving
Yeah.
away that reveal.
Boo. Yeah.
Again, is it like another case of like Teen Iron Man, which we're about to get to, where it's just like, oh hey, the Heroes Reborn is coming, so we can just do whatever we want.
Yeah. Let's just make her some weird mutated creature just because.
Exactly.
Which would have been great for like a what if issue. What
Oh
if
yeah,
the wasp turned into a mutant or something like that?
almost like a horror story or something. Yeah.
Hmm. They could have done it in an annual just as a one off
Oh
where she
yeah.
got mutated and they had to switch her back. Like,
Yeah. Cure. Yeah. All right, I
but
got.
no.
Oh, here's the best part of this. Yeah, on the cover it says still $1.50. I wish.
Yeah. Wow. That's a selling point.
Wow. Okay, Howard.
Wow.
Uh, again, I'm an old man, kids. I miss the days like I started collecting around the time when it was going from 75 cents to $1.
Yes, me
And this was
too. Yeah.
before they charged tax. So it was $1.
Hmm.
And you wanted 3 comics, you slap down $3.
Absolutely. And I got, for a while, I was getting an allowance of $5 a week. So that meant I could get 5 comic books a week, which was a big deal. 5 comic books a week? I mean, that's a lot. Yeah.
Oh my god! I said in the heyday, like early '90s, there was a shopping center near here had it made because like at the
Mm.
one end you had like I don't know if you had them up there, the Hills department store, which in the front you had like this like huge ass snack bar where you could get like hot dogs, slushies,
Mm.
all kinds of,
Nice.
and they'd have at least one or two arcade games in there, so you could like sit there and like eat hot dogs and play arcade games and stuff. Then you walk down to the middle of the shopping center, there was a newsstand.
Okay.
So you'd roll in there, buy a couple comics, and then you walk down to the other end of the shopping center. There was like it was either 4 or 5 screen movie theater,
Oh,
like a
wow.
small movie theater.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So on a
Yeah.
good weekend, man. Yeah.
Spend all day there, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Play some games, eat some hot dogs and stuff, buy some comics
Absolutely.
and go see a movie.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like
It-
fun. I want to do that now. Spend
I
all day
know. I
doing
would
that
too.
now.
If there was I mean, the
Yeah.
shopping center's there, but none of those are there now anymore. I'm just like,
Yeah.
if that was
Yeah.
there, man, I'd be doing that with my kid. I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah. Let's spend a day at the mall. Yeah.
All right, so Avengers 394.
Ugh,
Wah,
yeah.
wah.
Ugh.
Where we see Moonraker's getting
Oh, he's
tortured.
getting the business. And if you look closely, there are all these metal pinions being jabbed into this man. If you look closely, it looks like one of them's going right up his butt.
Whoa! Wow! Well,
It's either that or it's going up somewhere in the front end, and I'd rather not like to
oh,
entertain that
oh,
possibility.
oh, oh,
Not like to think about that.
oh.
But if you look closely, that's what's going on to Mr.
So-
Slade Truman.
So yeah, I know we're torturing you, but have you had your prostate checked recently?
And remember, this isn't even Slade Truman or Gustav Brandt.
No, it's a Mortis
It's a Space Phantom.
torturing a space phantom. Well, I mean, maybe we were misconstruing this. Maybe this is like a sexual thing.
Yeah, well, they're making a video. They're making a snuff
Oh my! Oh,
Space Phantoms get bored, and this is what they get up to.
oh my! Oh, and then the teenage Luna is basically, giving them water and stuff.
Giving them water. Here, Space Phantom, don't die.
Oh God! But
Let me take this rod thing out of your anus.
God, I hope that came out clean. I hope that came out clean. The drop, not what you said. Oh, I love you, Justin. It's talking to Lilith.
Chance is never zero, Phil.
That's right. Talking to Lilith or Justin. The chance is never zero for a 30 drop.
That's right.
Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of the chance is never zero. Hey, Ray.
Batman.
Yeah, we didn't get it in the last one.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
See, that's the thing. I think that's better because, if we do it every episode, he's expecting it. But if we
that's
just
true. Yeah.
pick and choose,
Yeah.
he's just
Never know.
He's just sitting there going,
Oh God.
all right. So the rest of Kang's forces discover Luna. I'm guessing Newt is a space phantom too.
I guess, yeah, and the twins.
Yeah, I know it's.
Yeah,
I know I saw it. The twins
Tobias
are.
and Malachi.
Yeah, the
are
twins are. Yeah.
Yeah. So one would presume that Newt would be as well, I guess.
So they just like basically start attacking, but then Luna has like a Mobius chair or something.
Yeah, right. I was reading this. I was like, "Yeah, Metron gonna come looking for that one of these days."
But then Luna and Moonraker escape, and Manta's like, "No!"
My Space Phantom.
She touches her elbows behind her back for maximum effect.
Boom power activate.
Testing the tensile strength of that barely their front covering. Yeah.
I bet I can get this to rip.
Space Phantom saying, "Oh, look at these new and improved."
Yes. I just visited the cast of Nip Tuck for these.
Oh my. A new and improved set of
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
Is that a sentient tongue?
oh
Is that a sentient tongue? You know how duck penises work, right? It's a giant sized man thing.
And this is a Marvel podcast, kids. So always remember.
Chris Evans can get it all day.
That's
every day.
right. That's right.
Oh yeah, Justin co-signs that 150%.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, he's from up there, isn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, little New England biscuit. Yeah. My favorite biscuit.
All right. Then meanwhile, Hank is still watching over Janet as that cocoon looks like it's about to open.
Yeah, some weird things are happening there.
And then we're calling T'Challa to try to help us with the Tony Stark stuff.
Yeah.
Basically going over the scans Vision took of the Arctic bunker.
Even T'Challa's like, yeah, this crossover sucks. I'm going to stay in Wakanda.
I know it's like, are you coming to help? Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks. I'm good. You guys stay right there, and I'm going to stay right here.
And the editor must have been dyslexic because the editor's note says Iron Man 234, but it was actually Iron Man 324.
Whoops. Yeah. Editor slip.
Yes. So yeah, we basically get a 1-page call to T'Challa. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Luna comes through with the.
Yeah, Hercules is trying to remember something, but then he remembers when he sees teenage Luna.
Yeah. The Mobius chair appears.
Yep. And yeah, she brings back Moonraker, who Hank Pym's checking him out now, saying, I don't know how he survived this long. There are lesions on his back and stomach that attest to extensive electrical abuse. The pustules on his wrist and ankles indicate exposure to severe concentrations of radiation all across the spectrum.
And I haven't seen a colon in that severe amount of trauma since that weekend on Fire Island.
Oh my! So I was gonna say electrical torture and radiation burn, so almost as bad as a rectal exam. Prostate exam.
It's right up there, yeah.
Or even worse, like Justin said, if it was going up the front.
Yeah, that's much worse.
Or no, I'm sorry, if it was going up the front. Knock me out, kill me.
Yeah, kill me first, please.
Oh yeah, when I was like 19, I got knocked out to get my wisdom teeth out. Oh yeah, if you're doing that, you're definitely knocking me out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going down there, you're definitely knocking me out.
Yeah.
I guess, and that cocoon is still slowly unraveling. And then Newt shows up.
Yes, Newt.
There it is.
And I love how in one hit he takes out 3 of them.
Oh yeah,
Hercules, Vision, and Deathcry, who's all of a sudden back.
Exactly.
Just lays them out.
I was about to say, yeah, Deathcry's back. Well, I think he throws Hercules into Deathcry, and I think Vision tries to catch them both, maybe.
Yeah, but it's just, yeah.
But yeah, he's going through the Avengers, then he disembowels Swordsman.
Disembowels a Swordsman. Yeah. I kept wondering if Newt is this much of a badass, like, why did Kang and Mantis even need Tony? Why didn't they just send Newt in and just, like, do the nuclear option and send Newt in and just kill everybody? Because he can obviously do it. I mean, look at what he's doing to them. And the first time that he showed up and put the boots to Gilgamesh, he waded through the Avengers like they were cardboard cutouts.
Oh yeah, and he almost beat Tony that time. Again, he fought Tony in that Iron Man issue. It's like,
yeah, ripped his armor like it was nothing. Like,
because remember, Tony didn't remember what was going on. Now
yeah, but remember, he's had years to prepare for this.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever. Ugh.
Again, if they had even made some kind of comment about how they had turned off his memories and turned them back on, but no, nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and also like Century, like the one character that you would think would be able to put up a fight against Newt. This would be this other alien warrior, right?
Yeah.
No, he goes down in 2 panels. Like in 2 pages, Newt has taken out the whole team. So why did they even need Tony in the first place? Why did they even need any of these guys?
I know, because Crystal's trying to keep Swordsman alive, but yeah, everyone else is like pretty much down.
Yeah.
Well, no, Quicksilver's still up.
Yeah. And then he shoots a blast at Quicksilver and Crystal. Which is
and once again, just like last issue, a female throws herself in front of the blast behind teenage Luna.
Which, Quicksilver is a speedster. He could have outrun that blast, and Crystal could have used her own abilities to counter that blast. There was no reason for Luna to throw herself in front of that.
Teenage Luna literally throws herself in front of them and screams no, which I believe is the exact same thing the Wasp did last time, and she threw herself in front of Hercules and went no.
Yeah, and I think it was the exact same font.
And it was the previous Avengers issue, so 2 Avengers issues in a row. We get a woman throwing herself in front of someone who can maybe take Quicksilver might be able to outrun the blast, but the Wasp throwing herself in front of Hercules.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's dreadful.
Yeah,
this one stinks. I hate this issue so much.
And it's so weird because it's like how powerful is the new Wasp? Because remember, like we're saying, Newt's taken down Gilgamesh, Hercules. He's taken shots from Iron Man's armor, but the Wasp is able to blast him with whatever stinger she has now.
Yeah, because at the end he's about to kill Quicksilver and Crystal just easily, and then gets blasted from behind and keels over, and it's the Wasp. Hello, Pietro, Crystal. Did you miss me? Oh God.
So I'm trying to remember, is that a new costume, or does she have like some kind of, is that like a,
it's like a carapace. It's it's like an insect carapace. It's so awful. Oh God. I remember the first time I read this, I was visibly disturbed. I said, what are they doing to my Avengers? Oh my God. What are they doing to Janet?
She needs that carapace though, so her back doesn't break from that front,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, so
the Avengers are talking. They're basically like, what do? We can't just, because they're talking about traveling back in time. Like, what can we do?
Yeah.
We can't just go back in time and kill Tony Stark. And Mask says, no, we can't. There's someone who can stop him. Remember what the Black Panther said about Stark being a consummate genius? Well, what better way to stop a genius than with another genius? So
the same genius.
And next time, kids, Timeslide. So good, kids. I got a message from Justin personally this week about how much he was enjoying the issue as he was reading it.
Yes. I had to message Phil. I was like, I just finished reading Avengers Timeslide. And I think I had a barf emoji next to it.
And what did I respond? I'm sorry. It was like a parent died. I was like, I'm sorry.
It's painful.
So yeah, and we'll get into the flaws in this plan and just the randomness they're just throwing in here now.
There are many flaws as well.
Oh yeah. All right, kids. So yes, we have to come to Avengers Timeslide number 1. And we're basically opening up with the Avengers fighting Kang's forces, like right in front of Avengers Mansion. Because I guess we've come to New York to use that. All of a sudden, we know how to use that time door in the basement.
Yes, all of a sudden that works. And if you notice too, all of a sudden Thor is there out of nowhere. Thor, who has not been a part of this crossover, the crossing, at all.
And isn't going to be a huge part of it still going forward? But he's here.
Right. He showed up all of a sudden for this.
Oh, that's what. Oh, I get it. This is what you were bitching about. We get shirtless Thor, and you were like, the art could have been better.
Oh yeah. Oh, the art in this too.
My favorite biscuit. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
You wanted better art on a shirtless Thor. I get you.
I did. That was another reason I was bitching. Absolutely.
Oh my God!
But also, look at the Wasp on that page where she's saying it's no good. They have the place too well protected. I just.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk. What was it like? Is that page 2 or something? I was going to say the enhancements on the Wasp.
Oh yeah. Booty looks good all the time.
Booty looks good all the time.
So yeah. As we're staging this big fight in front of Avengers Mansion.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah.
but then also who shows up? Captain America.
Captain America, who also has not been involved in the crossing up
But at
until
least
this point.
But at least unlike Thor, he's going to stick around till the end here.
Yeah. He's going to see it through till the conclusion.
I mean, that first panel with Captain America is not bad, but kids, it don't stay that way.
No. This is truly some dreadful mid-90s offerings here in this book.
Okay, I do see the panel where she says it's no good. They have the place too well protected.
I mean, look at that. Good Lord. It's bad. And the picture of the Black Widow saying, he's right, Jan. Like, ugh.
But yeah, that Black Widow face, I mean, that Wasp face looks kind of anime.
Yeah, very much so. And I get it that they had just, in the previous issue before this, they had just redesigned her, so the artists probably didn't really know what they were doing because it was so new, but yikes, man. Wow.
I mean, look, they're trying to tie everything together because they do see the vision of Yellow Jacket from when she was like going back through time.
Before she was callously murdered.
Crossing #1, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, because that was another missed opportunity. Yellow Jacket would have been perfect to put in the Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah.
She would have been perfect to put in the Thunderbolts because she was a member of the Masters of Evil along with the rest of those folks. But she would have been an Avenger too, so she would have had that double, like, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. She would have had all that extra stuff. Like,
oh, yeah.
That was a total missed opportunity. But whatever.
But yeah, the Avengers get in and they have to fight, the one twin, Tobias.
Yeah.
But then
created this time storm.
Yeah, they basically some of them get sucked through the portal, including is it the one twin? Both twins?
I think one of them, yeah.
Yeah. But some of the Avengers like Cap, Black Widow, Vision, Jarvis, because Jarvis said he was going back. Because they haven't spelled it out yet, but it's like Jarvis is like, I'm the only one he'll recognize.
Yeah. It all comes down to Jarvis.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, there's two Jarvis because the younger Jarvis and the older one have.
Yeah, the one from the past they time travel to, yes, and present day Jarvis, yeah.
Yeah.
But we get a bunch of Easter eggs, which first we see young Tony Stark with his girlfriend, is it Meredith? Who, when he comes to the present, he meets her, an older version of her. Like he goes to college, and she's like his professor or something.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and then he almost runs over a young Peter Parker.
You see Matt Murdock.
Oh, yeah.
Tapping his way downtown.
Oh, yeah. Then he comes across the damaged Vision. Yeah.
Tapping my way downtown.
Always.
Always.
All right. Oh, yeah. Then we see Tobias, wakes up. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Willie Lumpkin, but it doesn't look like him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And I think
because he's talking about delivering the mail, and because Tobias is like, where are the so-called Fantastic Four? The Fantastical who?
Oh yeah, he says, he goes, Willie, oh boy, it's finally time to make that appointment with the optometrist.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like no Willie Lumpkin I've ever seen.
No,
I mean, he has a mustache, but
yeah, and that doesn't really look like any Matt Murdock I've ever seen.
Like, I don't know how old he's supposed to be, because I mean, what are we saying? It's supposed to be 10 years earlier.
Oh, yeah, or 10 or 15 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like a teenage Matt Murdock or something.
Yeah, but still, yeah, it looks weird.
And then we see, Howard and Maria Stark, for now, Tony's parents.
Yeah.
Oh my! Well, if we're ever looking for anything else that not so good to cover, something else we were talking about today, the secret origin of Tony Stark in 2013, when it's revealed, oh, they're not his biological parents.
Oh yeah, that would be another bad comic we could cover.
I'm like, yeah, most people kind of, most writers kind of ignore that these days. Say, yeah,
Yeah, they're like, yeah. What do you mean? Yeah,
because they were like, who's his parents? I don't know. And then guess who got to pick his parents? Bendis.
yeah. About that.
You're like, yeah, about that crap. Yeah.
Oh, this artwork is atrocious in here. Good lord.
I know. Hey kids, if you love this issue,
Our whole family can suck it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I don't know. I think this has this Timeslide has the worst art out of all the Crossing. I think.
yeah, I think so. Consistently the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think it's one artist too. It's not two like the other issues that we've covered before have been, but it's not good.
Because again, like I said, that first panel of Captain America was good, but it's that his look steadily declines.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, it does say art by various. Yeah, so I guess more than one person worked on this too, but it definitely looks it. It looks patchy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ugh. And then we see a young Sue Storm and Ben Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Reed's grabbing this meeting. 3 guesses what that's about. It's like, we get it. We get it. We're in the Marvel past. We get it. All right. Let's see. Where? Oh, stupid app. Oh, yeah. But the Avengers were having trouble remembering why they were here, but they're slowly remembering.
Mm.
And then to buy it. So I'm like, are we retconning, or is this? Are we saying this is how the Starks died? Like,
I
killed by
guess
Tobias?
killed
Because
by
I'm like,
Tobias, a space phantom.
this has to be an alternate path or an alternate timeline now, because it's like, spoilers, we take the young Tony Stark out of here, but we never bring him back.
Yeah, right. So what did this just become its own like separate timeline?
I mean, before Bendis effed everything up, I know previously, like, weren't like the Mark Grunwald rules of time travel. It's like, if anyone in the Marvel universe went back and tried to alter the past, they basically just created an alternate timeline.
Yeah, by default, it
Yeah.
splintered off. Yeah, I think that's how it worked. If I remember right.
But basically, yeah, the Avengers have just effed like an alternate timeline. So,
And that was the whole point of Immortus and the Timekeepers, was to kind of to keep track of all these extended variant timelines to keep everything from getting too chaotic and crazy.
Well, and this is and again, the retcon's going to be, this is Immortus. So,
right.
Good job, Immortus.
Yeah. Oh, and that has to be the worst Black Widow I've seen in a long time. When Captain America hits Tobias with the shield.
Oh yeah.
Look at Black Widow there with the side. Look, her boobs are like different angles. Like there's one higher than the other, and her waist is a toothpick. And she looks like she's constipated, and oh, it's just terrible.
Well, I mean, again, too, she's got that. I mean, some of these panels, she does have that female '90s pose too, where it's,
yeah, she's sticking them out.
Gonna attack and stick my butt out while I'm doing it.
I'll distract the villains with my butt.
But yeah, basically, young Tony Stark's rushing in. My parents. But yeah, older Jarvis basically convinces him, yeah, the Avengers are who they say they are, and but no, this like brooch, like holographic brooch he gave his mother, he's like, I can track them, because like, I guess they've basically just been kidnapped at this point. When Tony goes in with like not like full armor, but just like gauntlets and
Yeah. The
Mm,
starter kit.
yeah, and we're basically trying to fight Tobias, and yeah, basically Tony's parents get killed.
Yeah. Big surprise there.
So
And-
basically, all we've done is go back in time to kill Tony Stark's parents.
Yeah. Yeah, just to change that one detail and then haul the teenage Tony Stark out of that timeline.
Yeah, well then Malachi shows up for the Tobias here, and he's saying, yeah, the crossing was difficult indeed, brother, near impossible, with Luna dead and Newt lost to us.
He's got the Mobius chair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yes,
Hold it, worm, Black Widow says.
So yeah, so what Tony's telling the Avengers, because he really wasn't down with what they were asking him before, but he's like, I'll do whatever it takes. Go wherever you lead to help stop these monsters. I will be an Avenger, and my parents will be avenged first.
Okay.
But then they're like, oh, well, there's no way to get back to the present. But of course, who steps in with their time platform? Yes, the most famous of all college dropouts, Victor Von Doom.
Dr. Doom, who appears for all of 2 pages. At the very end of the issue.
Being very helpful, letting these people use a time machine.
I know. He only charged them, a couple $1,000,000 to use it.
Because again, wouldn't usual Doom just like, oh hey, you're from the future, I'm gonna lock you up and study you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if you guys got any power I could steal?
You have knowledge of the future? I want that.
He loves stealing people's powers, so wouldn't he be like,
Yeah. If anything, he'd be looking for an excuse to fight somebody at this point in his life. Man had a lot of rage in his heart back then.
Because he was basically like, I recognize Captain America from World War II, but none of you, the rest of you.
Yeah. I will destroy you.
Mechanical men, warrior women, and legends come to life. What a truly wondrous world this is, and soon, so very, very soon, it will all be mine.
All be Von Dooms.
All right, kids. So yes, we're gonna conclude this in 2 oversized issues, and then an epilogue. But
yeah, weird epilogue. Yeah,
it's more like this is your life, Tony Stark. But
pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what it is.
All right. So next, we're gonna go to Iron Man 325.
Yeah. Oy.
Mm-hmm.
Battle of the Iron Men.
Exactly.
Sort of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we at least get that on the cover. Yeah.
Well, we sort of get that in the issue a little
bit. For all 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's completely weird. Hold on, I'm gonna have to scroll down, find the thing again, and
Oh.
You're killing me, Smalls. I always love how they throw the new crap first, and it's like, no, if I wanted the new crap,
Yeah. How is there a new Iron Man number 325?
It was not giving me. It's just throwing up new. I'm like, come on. I know there's only one Iron Man 325.
Yeah, right.
Although, I mean, the wraparound cover for 325 is pretty.
I do like that cover a lot.
Yeah,
that actually might be the best part of the issue.
Because yes, this one opens up. We see they've brought the young Tony Stark to the present, and he's in Tony Stark's house. The one in California, the one on the Pacific coast, not in the Arctic.
Yeah, right. The one that's not the mobile command base.
Yes. So he's basically studying all Tony Stark's stuff, and then we see Mask throw a beard Hawkeye at the back of Hawkeye's head.
We see the other Tony
Oh yeah, yes, older
who's
Tony
still in his Arctic bunker.
Looks like he's nursing a hangover or something.
Losing his mind. Yeah.
Mhm. And then we see Mantis and one of her sons.
Yeah, this is weird. Some weird Game of Thrones stuff here.
I know, because he's literally like hugging her leg.
Yeah. Mommy, is it feeding time?
Oh my.
Mother, how did you meet him? How did you meet Kang?
Hey, Russell, the crossing lord. Hey, Russell, this is the fourth and final part we've done of the
That's
crossing.
right. We're wrapping it up tonight.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So
Oh man.
but again, we're gonna do the info dump. Mother, how did you meet Father Kang?
Yeah. How
She
did you and Dad meet?
Years ago, he was in conflict with one known as the Avengers. Foolishly, I was very young then. I had mistaken the Avengers as friends. I think I realized my error the moment I beheld Kang. Meanwhile, the real truth is, when a mommy and daddy space fandom love each other very much.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes they're in the mood to torture another space phantom.
Remember, kids, prostate health is very important.
That's right. They were doing him a vital favor.
So yeah, Kang's he's practicing with Tobias, and then he's just like, "You failed me."
Yeah.
Been funny would have backhanded him and be like, "You're just a damn space phantom." But
I
yeah,
learned it by watching you, Dad.
oh my. But yeah, he's all mad because they brought the teenage Tony Stark from the past. But then Mantis like scratches her son's face.
Yeah, what's going on here? What is this stuff? And then she shows up at Tony's place.
Yeah, she like teleports the old Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Why?
licks his eyeball.
What's weird, again, I mean, we saw it in earlier parts where he was crying, but this time it looks like he's crying blood and Mantis is licking it up.
Yeah.
Like licking it right off his cheek.
Things are getting disturbing here, folks.
Because he's saying no one can take this pain from me, Mantis. And as she's licking the blood tears, she's like, "Tell me, Anthony, has anyone ever truly tried?"
Yeah, has it? Tell me, Tony, has anyone ever licked your eyeball?
Oh my! Oh my!
The priests of Palma taught me many things.
A couple of balls down the gob.
Oh God!
And then the Avengers are back at the mansion in New York, looking for that time door has suddenly disappeared.
And another artist, and again.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my good God! That wasp. That picture of the wasp. Oh.
So yeah.
Jeez. Oh, it
Yeah.
hurts my soul.
That might be the worst version of that I've seen so far.
Oh my God! Yeah. The only good picture is when Quicksilver and Crystal are having their little embrace by the window, and there's that sunlight coming through. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, but holy God, the rest of it.
Because they're all sad because Luna's still missing, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when Captain America walks in and says, "I just got word from Hawkeye. They found the lead. We're going to move against Stark's Arctic bunker." I'm like, didn't you guys already know about the Arctic bunker and that he's there? Shouldn't that be your first and only lead?
Yeah, and Century already knows how to get there. Like he already took them there once.
Yeah, and they have Mask. Mask came from the bunker. She should know where
Yeah,
it's at.
right.
And again, yes, they fought to try to get in there like last issue. Shouldn't you be like, well, that's our only.
Yeah.
I would be like, hey, let's take Thor and try to crack that bunker. But meanwhile, Thor's missing again. You know?
Thor's gone. Yeah, Thor was in the last issue and he's pieced out already.
He was in Timeslide for 2 seconds.
Yes. He stopped in to help them against the Anachronauts, and he's like, "You know what? This crossover stinks. I'm out of here."
And then suddenly, out of nowhere, as the Avengers are getting ready to leave, Henry Gyrick shows up with a bunch of mandroids to stop them.
Yeah. What's that about?
I know, because like I remember reading this new, and I'm like, I was kind of in and out on Avengers issues at this point. Like I hadn't read every issue. I'm like, did I miss
Yeah.
something where the Avengers are like on Gyrick's bad side again or something? But where did this come from? I know
Yeah.
we said this about a lot of stuff in this crossover, but where did this come from?
Yeah.
There was
There
nothing
was
about
one.
the government or a Gyrick or anything in this crossover.
Yeah. Gyrick had one conversation with somebody, like maybe 3 or 4 issues back
Tony
in this
Stark.
crossover.
Tony Stark.
Tony, at the very beginning of
Oh
this.
yeah.
But I think that was it. And like I said, it was only for like a panel, I think.
Oh my god. I never got this in 30 years. Do you think Tony Stark Tony tried to send him to try to slow them down, maybe?
Maybe.
But again, you
Yes.
never explain that. It's just all of a sudden
Yeah.
Gyrick shows
It
up
just appears. There's no more lead up to it other than that. Yeah.
because doesn't he basically say later on, it's like, oh yeah, the government wants to like you guys to hold you here while we discuss what happened. At the beginning of Timeslide, that big battle in the middle of Park Avenue and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All of Kang's army attacking them. Yeah. It's
Because
so dumb.
because
Yeah.
supervillains never attacked before.
Yeah, and what does Gyrich think that these mandroids are going to do against the Avengers,
Exactly.
other than slow them down for like a few minutes, which is basically all that happens. Yeah.
But meanwhile, young Tony has already made his way to the bunker
With Hawkeye and Mask.
and basically gets right in because yes, he has Tony Stark's fingerprints and retina, so
Yeah.
and he knows the magic word.
I liked the big wall of armors, the big
Yes.
gallery of all the armors. You get the Silver Centurion there, and the stealth armor, and the aquatic suit, and all that stuff.
Now, if we were smart, everyone would have went with young Tony because since he can just pop the lock.
Right. Yeah.
But then, yeah, Machine Smith is all freaked out when he sees young Tony until Mask like shoots him down.
Yeah.
And then once again, Hawkeye jumping off a ship.
Yeah.
Mm,
I love it.
so yeah, the three of them are trying to storm this bunker. And then meanwhile, back in New York, the Avengers are fighting mandroids.
Mm.
And Cap's getting in Gyrick's face.
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you read me, Captain? Is that enough reason for you? Or given your activities lately, would you feel more comfortable with a T in front of that word?"
Ooh, Gyrick, you little snake.
He was trying to stop once again. He was trying to stop a cosmic cube with Adolf Hitler's brain in it, just because he had to work with the Red Skull. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, for 5 minutes, I had to work with a Nazi to literally defeat the Nazi.
Yes. The ultimate Nazi.
Granddaddy of them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a cool shot there with the Hall of Armors. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That might be the best part of the issue, actually.
Hey, look, there's a War Machine one right there.
Yeah, he had a spare one the whole time.
If Tony Stark wasn't a douche all of a sudden, he could have given that to Rhodey.
Yeah. I love the Silver Centurion one. That might
Oh
be my
yeah.
favorite. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of the Funkos right there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, I love it.
And like below the other one, there's the War Machine one. Got the gold
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Nice. I love the all gold one too. That was another
Mhm.
one of my favorites. The one from the first Avengers.
But then I guess Tony shows up because was Tony just standing there in the Hall of Armor in armor already?
I guess, yeah. And this is after he was making out with Mantis, apparently.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks like he's like rounding the corner maybe, but he's coming around by the stealth armor there, and yeah.
Yeah. And here comes Marianne.
Yep. Because Mask helped. I think she was already. It seemed like she was already using her powers, but Well, at least Tony seems to have given her a change of clothes because Marianne was wearing like that coat, that leather coat and stuff. Now she's wearing that Stark jumpsuit that remember Bethany K was wearing in the beginning.
Right, yeah. At first I thought, is that the Black Widow with a blonde wig? Oh no, that's Marianne.
So Mask, Marianne, Hawkeye, they're all like jumping on Tony.
Dog piling on Tony.
But then meanwhile in New York, the Avengers like, man, we don't have time for this. And that's when Sentry shows up to teleport everyone to the Arctic.
Good timing, Sentry.
Exactly. I guess he was lost in the time stream.
It happens.
And just when it looks like old Tony's about to defeat everyone in the Arctic, young Tony armors up.
I like the suit that he picked too. That was cool.
Yeah, I think that's original. I don't know if that's ever shown up before.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's any other one that I remember. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a prototype armor or something.
Yeah, because old Tony doesn't know who it is. He's like, nobody can bypass the security lockouts on my suits. Who the blazes are you?
Just call me nobody.
So yeah, so we basically get like 1, 2, about 3 pages or so of this armor fight. But of course, I love the Avengers' brilliant plan, but of course, older, more experienced Tony, who's actually used armor before, is going to defeat young Tony.
Well, yeah, you know.
So yeah, old Tony like basically like, who are you? And like basically like shatters the helmet. He's like, dear God, you.
It's you. It's me. It's us.
He's like, wrong. A younger you, a cleaner you. It was your idea, I think, but the Avengers pulled it off. So then young Tony basically repulsar blasts the control panel and shuts down the bunker. Looks all proud of himself. And old Tony's like, don't you dare look at me that way. That look of arrogance is responsible for what I've become. And he basically, like rips out his heart.
Yeah.
Literally like reaches in.
As all the horrified Avengers look on.
Yeah, throws young Tony down like, there, it's finished. But then as all the Avengers start attacking him, old Tony gets teleported out, and Kang and his space phantoms teleport in.
The future begins here. Ugh.
Oh man. If you know what, Kang, if you and your whole family of space phantoms are the future,
our whole family can suck it.
Exactly.
That button's getting a workout. Just to warn you kids, next couple of weeks at least, man, that button's gonna get a workout.
Yeah. As it should.
Oh yeah, and Tobias, Malachi, I have a message for you twins too.
Your mother's a whore.
Licking strange men's eyeballs.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Mantis?
I know what's wrong with her.
Your mother's a whore.
Where's the old drop that we've rediscovered recently? Hold on. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's actually do the podcast that we get paid nothing for.
I like that one. That's a good one.
I know. Oh wait, where's another Charlie Esser? Okay, yes. How do space phantoms show appreciation for each other?
In the butt is fine.
It's a universal language.
I didn't know you spoke Greek. Or in the words of Lilith Hellfire,
It's in his prison purse.
I'm trying to bring up Avengers 395 here, but again, the app's being difficult, so I'm gonna have to...
Yes, next, folks, is the thrilling conclusion to the crapping.
Thrilling because, hey, the kids, it's almost over.
That's right. You stuck through to the end.
Yeah, the best part about Avengers 395, it ends.
It ends. It has a definite ending.
Oh, yeah. They even say on the cover, an Avenger dies.
It's true.
Forget about the 20 people we've killed in this crossover. This time an Avenger dies.
Yeah. Yeah. Was Yellow Jacket ever really an Avenger?
No,
Actually,
she's kind of like, kind of almost unofficially a reserve because, I mean, we're going to get there this summer, but
Yeah.
during the Evolutionary War, that annual, I mean, basically,
Right.
Cap calls up the reserves and she's part of it. Yeah.
She's kind of unofficially drafted in.
Yeah, because before that, she stole Hank Pym's Yellow Jacket costume, and then wasn't she with the Masters of Evil when they raided the mansion and stuff?
Right. Yeah, yeah. But she turned herself in. She didn't
Yeah.
put up a fight. Yeah.
I think they were hoping she was going to be another Scott Lang, and it never happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. But she was great in Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought she was fantastic in that.
Oh, yeah. But that damn Hank Pym can't hold on to his suit, man. People keep
I know.
stealing that stuff left and right.
Yeah.
All right, so Avengers 395. Crystal's trying to keep young Tony alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone's duking it out with Kang and his forces here.
And also Deathcry is absent again.
Exactly. Again, it's like, where did she...
She's gone again.
This episode, was it last week? We saw her in like what, one panel?
Yes. Yeah. She was in one issue with the battle with Newt.
Yes.
Yeah, and then she's gone again.
Again, unless she was using that image and dudes her to be Black Widow, but I don't know. But basically, yeah, Cap and Mantis screaming at each other.
And that's another thing that bothered me about this. Like, I had read Mantis's exploits before this in the pages of Silver Surfer, which were a few years before this. And then after that, she went back to Earth and she was hanging around the West Coast Avengers for a while.
And then there was like it was like a Fantastic Four issue or two, like right before Reed and Sue came back, and it's like they were helping her, like wasn't Kang trying to like kidnap her kid or something? Or
yeah, there was something else with Kang. Yeah.
So now all of a sudden she's literally in bed with Kang. It's like, really?
Yeah, it was so strange. There was
this
no
is why
lead
we
up
had the
to
retcon. This is why we had the retcon. It's
yeah, and Mantis harboring this deep-seated hatred for the Avengers.
And wasn't she the one who left the Avengers by choice? And then it's like, oh, you abandoned me. It's like, you left.
Yeah, she did leave, and she went off and did her own thing for a while.
Do her damn homework.
There's no animosity on either party, I don't think. I think it was she was even a member of the team. She was a member of the Avengers. Yeah.
Do your homework, Space Phantom.
That's bad.
Oh yeah, because then she's all mad because the Avengers are like taking down her kids.
Well, you kind of have to defend yourself if they're trying to kill you.
And then this weird page where like the Vision has like tried to like gone intangible, partially intangible, and like merged with young Tony Stark to try to keep him alive.
Yeah, he's gone like intangible and gone into his body, and like he's talking to his consciousness inside. It's it's weird. That's
the issue you and Russell got to cover. Do you ever read the one where it was like the Byrne or was it John Byrne, where like Hulk and Banner get separated, and then they both are dying. So like the Vision like kind of merges them, but it gets stuck in there. Yeah.
Oh, that's some weird stuff. Yeah, we do have to cover that.
That's like right before they bring back Grey Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that Byrne era of the Hulk was weird stuff.
Basically, the East and West Coast Avengers just pounding on the
yeah. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, you had Wonder Man in there. You
Yeah,
had Hercules in there.
yeah. Scarlet Centurion, Iron Man,
Oh yeah,
yeah, or Silver Centurion rather.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But then meanwhile, yeah. Speaking of old Tony Stark, I guess must have got teleported just outside the bunker or whatever.
yeah. What's that about?
Or wait, are we in Vietnam now?
No, this is outside the weird temple, and then he breaks in and finds the Kotati from the previous few issues that they had chained up in the basement.
Okay, I'm confused again because it's like didn't we raid the bunker? So what are we doing? Because even at the end, Scarlet Witch shows up. At the end, it's like, oh, it took me a while to track you guys to Vietnam. It's like I thought Kang and Mantis and them teleported in, but did they teleport everyone to Vietnam?
Oh, maybe they did.
But yeah, but I mean, they really
From the Arctic bunker to Vietnam. Maybe they did do that.
they really don't explain that except that when Tony's outside, it looks like he's like outside a castle, not that bunker.
Yeah, the big it's such a mess.
Something about the crossing that's confusing. Get out of here.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We're almost there, Justin. We're almost there.
Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, well, old Tony goes back in and finds the Kotati swordsman.
Because we're gonna finish this once and for all, he says.
Yes. But then Mantis starts raving about, she was in love with one of you, and basically got turned down, and she's talking about the Vision.
The Vision broke her heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh please, the Vision didn't break your heart, Mantis. Give me a break.
Man, Mantis, the Scarlet Witch, man, Vision must be very fully functional. You know what I'm saying?
Hard as a diamond.
And again, I mean, literally, he could do this all day.
You're right.
Sure, he doesn't get
have to
tired.
sleep.
Doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Vision tries to partially phase through Mantis, but she ducks, and once again, Captain America's in the way.
Yeah.
Then Hercules is trying to crack Kang's force field.
Yeah. To no avail.
Mm-hmm.
The Vision versus Mantis.
Again, this is basically just one big fight scene to get.
Totally. Well, it's all been leading up to this big battle. Yeah.
But then there's
and then here's this crap with Kang. So he goes, Stark was hardly my first choice.
Yes.
The brilliant mind I sought, yes. Yet too unstable, I suspected, rife with too many innate weaknesses of his own. But Pym fought so hard against my influence, my subtle manipulations, never yielding to my sway, choosing instead to break without bending.
Yeah.
Ugh. No.
Hank's like, my breakdowns, you were responsible for my nervous breakdown.
Yeah. Boo. We do not like this.
No. And that again, it both ways. It's horrible because one, it's like, it's crap for for Hank Pym, but also for Tony Stark. It's saying, well, you're saying Tony Stark's weak. He couldn't, at least Hank Pym fought it. It caused him his mind to shatter. But
I mean, Tony Stark overcome his alcoholism. I wouldn't call that weak.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. It's terrible.
But then there's a blast, and old Tony shows up with the Kotati swordsman.
Together? Laughable indeed, Stark.
But yeah, then the Kotati swordsman's like, hear me, champions. Your people might have lost much already to the Time Lord's fatal fears. Mantis was your teammate once, and my beloved, cherished by us all. But yeah, he tries to wrap her up. She's freaking out.
Yeah. We need only focus on the Mantis we once knew and loved like no other, sharing our strength and courage, united as one. Yeah, that doesn't work out so well.
But yeah, Kang's basically like, yeah, give me your worst, and they're all like attacking Kang.
They're blasting his machinery, his transposer.
My transposer feeds on power energized by your futile assault. The process now rushes to its grand finale. But yeah, but old Tony says, let me at it, and Hawkeye's like, get real, Stark. Why should we trust you? You don't understand, any of you. I designed this thing, built it myself. I can destroy it. And he's like, please, Avengers, Hank. And it's Hank Pym who's like, let him go. There's something in his eyes, something I haven't seen in a long, long time. But Tony's like, the only way to stop it is to reflect its own energy, shunt it back to hell. But basically, once again, someone throws himself in front of a blast, and
at least he didn't shout no this time.
No, yes.
Instead, he only goes, "Yar!"
Yes, it hits him and it blows up.
Yeah.
And Immortus Kang's like, you fools beyond measure! You cannot fathom what you've done. Nowhere here in this reality and Tyre is safe any longer. None of us will ever be safe again. This place, this time, all useless to me now.
It's all just space phantoms now.
So then the whole Citadel vanishes with Kang and Mantis.
Oh, yes, and they're back in the Temple of... Yeah, so they are in Vietnam.
Yeah. But again, they never say
I
it.
missed that. Yeah, that they actually did that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's with Tony Stark's dying breath. He's like, so sorry for what I did to Marilla, to Amanda, to all of you. Sorry for everything. I love what he says, I'm sorry for Marilla and Amanda. He never mentions Yellow Jacket. He's like,
I meant to kill her. Yeah.
I'm sorry for Marilla, for Amanda. F Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, I always hated Yellow Jacket.
She wouldn't sleep with me.
That's right, yeah.
But then he pulls something out of his gauntlet and gives it to Hank, and it's schematics for Iron Man's chest plate.
Ooh, interesting.
Wonder what we're going to do with that.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
So then, Tuck shows up with Luna. So this Space Phantom's like, here's your kid back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he vanishes, and then Scarlet Witch shows up. Because again, I remember reading this. I'm like, where's Scarlet Witch at? You know, her and US Agent and them like abandoned Force Works HQ. Where did they go?
Yeah, and Spider-Woman, like what were they doing? Yeah.
But yeah, we see Scarlet Witch show up in the ship, and she's saying, I had to track your comm signals all the way from the Arctic bunker to here in Vietnam. So yes, they did go to the Arctic bunker. They must have been teleported at some point. But we never really called it out.
Yeah, we never see that, or it's never mentioned specifically. Yeah,
but that's good art. I mean, that Scarlet Witch on the last panel there, looks good.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, she goes, we have much to discuss. In other words, I want back on the Avengers.
Oh yeah, Force Works is pretty much done.
Yeah,
I
think even in the next issue, I think they talk about that.
Oh yeah, because it's like, I mean, Iron Man pretty much created Force Works, so.
Yeah, that was his brainchild, I think. Yeah, and he funded the whole operation.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's real quickly do the epilogue. Age of Innocence, the rebirth of Iron Man.
Oh God.
Which is, again, like I said, is basically Tony Stark, this is your life. But yeah, because we see that, him getting his heart out, ripped out by old Tony, and then basically everybody's standing around because he's getting heart surgery and stuff, and they're giving him an old, a chest plate like Tony Stark used to have when he first.
Yeah. See how it's coming full circle here, folks?
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess Hank was performing the surgery himself because he comes out. He's like, I've done all I can. The rest is up to Tony.
Yeah, well, Hank was really the only one qualified to do it, I think, out of the
yeah.
people
Oh, yeah.
there. Yeah.
I thought maybe we would bring in like a doctor who's not a superhero or something.
That's not realistic.
I know. So Jarvis is sitting there with young Tony, and then he gets visitors, Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts.
Yeah, this is your life, Tony Stark.
A brown-haired Pepper Potts.
Yes. Somebody in the coloring department needs a stern talking to about that.
Yes. And for some reason, Happy shows up in like a tuxedo or something. He's wearing a bow
Yeah,
tie and a jacket.
he's looking weird too.
Yeah. But yeah, again, it's like Pepper reminiscing about, when she first met Tony, he wasn't too much older than this Tony. And basically, how she became his personal executive assistant.
With benefits.
Well, yeah, I mean, can you take dictation?
How are you with cigars?
Wow! Oh my.
Mother's a whore.
I think I found the kids, but I have nothing to say. I'm just gonna say
Your mother's a whore.
It's the great all-purpose drop.
yes, exactly.
Yes.
All right. Oh yeah. What did you say to me? Well,
Your mother's a whore.
hickory dickory dock.
Your mother's a whore.
All right. And then Happy Hogan's reminiscing about how he met Tony Stark pulling him out of a race car.
The first time, probably.
Yes, which was probably the inspiration for that scene from Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Suck it, all of you. I still like Iron Man 2.
I liked Iron Man 2 too.
I was gonna say I liked Iron Man 2, and any of the rest of you who didn't like Iron Man 2,
Your whole family can suck it.
I'll watch Iron Man 2 over Iron Man 3. Let's put it that way.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watch them all over Thor: The Dark World. So Pepper and Happy reminiscing about when they met Tony, and then they're talking about it. Of course, how he got captured. Is this over? I was gonna say, did we say where? Because again, as sliding time happens, because remember in the '60s, was it in Vietnam or
it was Vietnam or Cambodia or something, yeah.
And then of course,
then it was Afghanistan, and I wonder where it's going to be in the next decade.
That's the two big sliding times. It's always where was Tony Stark originally captured, and like where did Frank Castle serve?
Yes,
overseas? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and basically, Tony building that first suit in the cave and all that.
Yeah. Which looks black instead of gray. Again, we need to have a talk with the coloring department.
Exactly. And then Tony couldn't get romantic with a woman because he had that chest plate.
Damn it! I've got to do something about this. This is getting in the way of my booty calls.
Exactly. And then, basically, was this Cap and said Hawkeye, going through all Tony's files and stuff, and like, remember all the time he was with us, and
remember all the different suits of armor he made? Let's take a look at them.
And then Hawkeye's like, we can't forget the here. At least someone remembered the killing of Yellow Jacket and Marilla, and we're basically summing up the crossing here and how Tony Stark went dark.
Yeah.
Stark always had a control problem. When he wasn't abusing it, he was losing it.
Yeah.
But Hawkeye's like, I for one intend to do whatever it takes to make sure that this Tony doesn't repeat his same mistakes. And then Mask shows up to a comatose Tony and just starts taking like the face of all like his ex-girlfriends and his stalker and everything. And I'm just like, even if he was awake, he wouldn't know 99% of these faces. So what's the point?
Yeah, and that's creepy too. The woman that shot him,
Mm-hmm.
that shot the other Tony and
Kathy
put him in
Dare,
a
yeah.
wheelchair. Like, why are you gonna, out of all the people whose faces you're gonna put on, you're gonna choose that woman, the woman that almost murdered him in cold blood? Like,
I
what's
don't
wrong
know.
with you?
Was this like? Do you think this was like a plot device where they're like the writer was just saying, "Oh, hey, she might be one of these women."
Oh, like her real identity?
Yeah, was this
Oh,
like a suspect?
yeah.
Were they giving us a suspect list where it's just like it could be Mask might be one of these women
Yeah. Ugh. Yikes.
because the last face is Bethany Cabe, and it's like, yeah, where the hell did Bethany go to?
Do you remember if they resolved that at all in the Iron Man
Oh, the Mask thing?
before
Because
they ended?
because in one of the last Avengers issues before Onslaught, she kind of gets kidnapped by a shadowy figure, and it's like
Oh,
that's the last we see of her until after Heroes Reborn.
it's that Benedict guy, right? That Benedict thing
Yeah, I
comes
think
into
so.
the
Yeah, because
Avengers mansion because I remember that because
yeah,
I collected Avengers pretty much almost until the end with
yeah,
Onslaught and all that stuff,
because I think
and I remember that issue. And
yeah, because after they come back, Kurt Busiek eventually gets to that. I think. Oh, again, I think she's like artificial, like an
yes,
artificial. Yeah, yeah,
she's a clone or something, or like an LMD
something.
variant or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, that, and I think it was in something that Obadiah Stane cooked up, maybe, or I got to go back and
and
reread
didn't
that.
Count Nefaria have something to do with that too, or
Yeah, it might
something?
have been Nefaria actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
so
actually, yeah, you're right. It was Nefaria. Yeah,
yeah, kids, she's none of these women. Yeah, she's like like
yeah,
Justin said, she's some kind of LMD or clone or something. I forget the story, but
this,
yeah,
yeah. This is
she's
bonkers
not
though.
human. She's some kind of construct. Yeah.
Yeah, this is bonkers though. Her wearing the face of that Kathy, like
Hmm.
it's so crazy.
And then yeah, I guess Marianne tries to go in Tony's head and like wake him up or something, or
Yeah, and there's that heartbeat and like,
you know.
this is a mess.
And then it's weird. We get this shadowy figure basically threatening him and talking about all his villains and stuff. And I don't think this individual ever shows up in the Iron Man book.
Yeah, I don't remember this either.
At least not before Onslaught. I'm just like,
Mm,
really? I
What
mean,
is this supposed to be? Yeah.
this went nowhere because I don't think that we ever addressed this.
Yeah, you will know my final vengeance.
No, you won't. You will not know
Nope.
your vengeance. I said,
Yeah,
I hate that when they like bring something up and I don't know when they change writers, they do something and like stuff never gets picked up.
yeah, they just completely drop the storyline. It's very lazy.
Oh
And
yeah,
I collected Iron Man too right up until the end.
yeah.
And yeah, I don't remember them ever resolving that. And
Oh,
there are a bunch of other stuff that
resolve it. I don't
if
think it ever gets brought up. It's like, who is this person who's basically just threatening him in his hospital room? I don't know.
yeah, but I think Len Kaminsky was writing Iron Man for a while before The Crossing, and
Yeah.
if I remember right, there were a couple of small subplots that he had going,
Mhm.
which after The Crossing were never again
Well, yeah,
addressed.
because like I said, different writers. Terry Kavanaugh picked it up. I hate when they change writers like that. And it's just,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah,
me
because
too.
Len Kaminsky wanted no part of the crossing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And now we can see why. Now that it's finally complete, yeah, we
Exactly.
know why.
Because after this mysterious figure threatens Tony, he wakes up, and that's like the end of the issue.
Yeah, he's like, "What did I miss?" Yeah, like you said, this whole issue was basically Tony Stark. This is your life, and then we have this minor bit of mystery with this shadowy figure, which is never
Never brought
touched
up again.
touched
I mean,
upon again, ever. Maybe that's another space phantom.
yeah, I hate that. I know, probably.
Maybe it's Susie Endo.
He's still sitting in that freezer.
Yeah, the real Susie Endo.
All right, real quick. I know we're going long again, but I wanted to share this page from the 2001 Avengers annual where yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
pretty much were explaining stuff because like when they get back from Heroes Reborn, Wasp is normal again.
Mhm,
Hawkeye
yeah.
has his hearing back, and they're kind of like, yeah, Franklin Richards kind of tweaked everything when he brought everyone back, but yeah, Tony gets thrown out of Heroes Reborn. He's the adult Tony again, and then they're all basically like, "Oh, what happened?" Because Tony says he remembers being all the Tony Starks. So
And he said I can feel it fading like a dream, but how can I be back?
we try to magnify. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Cap's like, "What does it matter?" He's for you to say, Cap. You barely remember a time there. I was dead. It wasn't me who went into Onslaught. It was the teenager. I still remember him. Remember both of them, but it's feeling like a dream. Yeah, because they even say they check Tony Stark's grave and it's empty. There's just lingering energy, like some kind of energy or something. You know, Franklin, basically, I guess Franklin Richards brought him back and basically just like vaporized that grave.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we'll take care of that right now.
Yeah, so basically, they were all real Tony Stark kids. The one who died, the teenage Tony Stark, the Heroes Reborn Tony Stark, they were all him.
They were all him.
Literally got mushed together.
Yep. Everybody else was Space Phantoms.
How weird would that be? I mean, I think he said that those other memories were fading, but how weird would that have been at the time where it's just like, I remember dying and I remember being that teenager. Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time. Yeah. That had to have been very awkward.
Or even after my death. I remember being the teenager.
Mm-hmm. Different sets of memories.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So what's your final thoughts, Phil, on the crapping after 30 years almost?
I think the crappening sums it up.
Yeah. I really do think it's the worst Avengers story ever. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I think the internet agrees with us, too. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, Avengers The Crossing.
Boo!
But I must applaud us for getting through it all.
Yes. Yay, we made it.
Yeah.
See, I had thought originally, well, maybe it's gotten better over 30 years. And also I thought too that I hadn't read the War Machine issues, I hadn't read the Force Works issues. So I thought, well, maybe those are good. Maybe there's some like hidden gems in amongst all that stuff that will be good.
Honestly, I think it got worse just because probably our palate got more refined,
Yes, I think you're right. We didn't have as high expectations back then as we do now 30 years later.
Oh yeah, when you're young, again, especially it was part of the 90s and we were stewing in all those 90s comics. So it's like, it's not the best, but
Yeah. And we had yet to be really kind of overdone on the crossovers too, because even though they were doing them a lot then, I don't think they were doing them at the frequency that they're doing them today comparatively. Yeah.
Oh no, they're always got to be doing one starts before another one ends these days.
One of these days I'd like to see a crossover that kind of like overlaps itself, where you see like part 12 of 12, and then it also is part 1 of 12, like at the same time.
Oh yeah.
It's the end of one crossover and the beginning of another event. Part 12 of 12, part 1 of 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said before, yes, May is going to be a lot better, kids, because yes, the first 2 weeks we're going to do some Frank Miller May for you guys. We're going to join in on Lilith's idea here because yes, next week we're going to cover that first Wolverine miniseries drawn by Frank Miller, written by Chris Claremont. So yes, that 4-issue series.
That's good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's been years since I've read that one.
Again, can't be worse. I can't remember it, so it's almost going to be like new to me.
Nice.
And then we're going to do in 2 weeks 2 other issues drawn by Frank Miller. Power Man and Iron Fist 76, which I haven't read before, and Marvel 2-in-1 number 51, which I don't think I read that one either. So
yeah, those are both new to me as well. So I'm excited for those too.
We're gonna get our fresh takes on that, and then we're gonna round out the month with some newer picks that Justin and I picked. In 3 weeks, we'll cover Justin's pick, New Mutants Annual number 2.
Yeah, with my girl Betsy.
Yes.
Yep.
And then at the end of May, we will cover some Fantastic Fours I picked. Fantastic Four
Yeah.
265, 358, and 359.
I love those
265 and
ones.
358. I wonder what the common thread is there. Elijah.
Yeah. I love those. I'm excited to cover those too.
Oh, yeah, because we were just talking about Elijah yesterday because Lilith and I covered those Web of Spider-Man issues, the Art Attack ones.
Yes. Yeah. I
And
love the Art Attack.
Johnny Storm's married to Alicia. I'm like, that's the Skrull, right?
Yeah, why didn't she help them out during that? She could have done some shape-shifting stuff. Yeah. I love that Art Attack story. That's a good one.
And then I did bring it up, I think, this episode, but starting in June, do you remember what June is, Justin?
Isn't that Guardians of the Galaxy month?
No. May is Guardians of the Galaxy month, and we
Oh,
said,
yes.
No, June. We're gonna start some of our summer stuff. All of June is gonna be the Evolutionary War.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the beginning of our summer crossover slam.
Yeah.
Love it. Evolutionary War. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Heck yeah. I mean, I think I can't remember if I read them all, but I know I haven't read them all like in order. Like we're gonna do. So yeah, kids, stay tuned.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever read them in order, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're doing 3 months in a row of Evolutionary War. Yeah. I think, aren't we? Yeah, we're doing
Well, no, we're going to cover it all in 1 month, but it's
that's right, 1
1
month, but it's going to be all the whole
June.
month long. Yeah,
but June is 5 weeks, so 5 weeks we're going to cover the whole Evolutionary War.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a long one. Love it. And then we have some more crossovers planned for later in the summer.
Well, we did some of our picks for July, but then in August, we're going to pick back up with the annuals like the Terminus Factor and Life Form.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, 1 week of Assault on Armor City.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yes.
Oh man.
Like I said, kids, good things are coming this year.
That's right.
We got through this major speed bump, so it's all uphill from. I mean, it's all
right.
down. It's all good.
It's all smooth sailing from here. And send in your feedback too for the crossing. If you like it, let us know why. If you're a defender, if you have the crossing omnibus, send in your pictures of it, please.
And whatever the second worst thing we cover this year is going to be, we're going to be like, at least it's not as bad as the crossing.
Remember when we spent a whole month on the crossing? Yeah.
We flogged ourselves with that. Yeah. All right. So yes, kids, thanks for sitting through how many? I mean, this episode is like an hour and a half. Can you imagine how many hours we've wasted on the crossing?
Oh man. Well, the best part is we'll never have to go back to it again.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, merchandise, social media, Patreon, and more at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's in the show notes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm never
going to
going
be in the Patreon Elite.
Yes, join Justin. But I was going to say, I at least never have to go back to the crossing, but I'm just waiting for Russell to say, hey, Ray, hey, Justin, let's cover the crossing.
Oh, no, I don't even think Russell is interested in the crossing, even just to crap on it.
I was going to say, if he wanted like just petty revenge on you for Hulk 2099, I think an episode on the crossing would be.
Well, I did have to read Age of Khonshu for Tomes of Evil, so I can always bring that one up to Russell too. Yeah, you had to read Hulk 2099, but I also had to read Age of Khonshu, so I think we're kind of even.
Yes. All right. Well, speaking of, yes, you join me here every week. You're on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast at the end of every
Yes.
month, or where we talk all Nightfall and Azrael. But
Yeah.
yes, speaking of the aforementioned Russell, yes, where do you guys? What shows do you guys podcast, and where can people find these wonderful products?
Together,
Remember.
Russell and I. Yeah. Together, Russell and I co-host Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where we talk about everything to do with the Hulk twice a month. And also, Tomes of Evil, a comic book supervillain podcast, is on its last legs, but we do have a final episode coming out with writer Jed McKay, which we're very excited about. And last but certainly not least, Predator and Prey, a Yaucha podcast, is a show that we co-host with our pal Ray. And we talk about everything to do with the Predator, including action figures, comics, movies, and more. Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown. It's so salty. Scream it.
Again, kids, it's just like podcasting with Little Hellfire.
Cannabis and comics and other things starts with C.
I don't know, man. That's your role model. I don't know.
It's a whore.
Can't wait for the Justin version of this.
Your mother's a whore.
Your whole family can suck it.
The next time I record with Ray, I have to play him those. I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah. All right.
He's going to love that one.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again.
Yes.
The
Thanks for
worst
sitting
is-
through the crossing.
the worst is over.
Yeah.
At least for this year, the worst is over.
Yeah. We've got to do one bad story a year, and this was the one for this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we'll keep it to 1 week, not a month.
Yeah, we'll do 1 week next year.
Send in your thoughts for what you want to hear one bad week.
Yes, do you have any suggestions for next year? Let us know.
But yes, next week, Wolverine, the original Wolverine miniseries.
Yes. Claremont and Miller.
We're going to disappear like some space phantoms. Good night.